down to London last week to go on the National March, and one of the big slogans that they were using down there is no ceasefire, no vote. And that is exactly what we need to get out to our MPs and to our councillors. If you will not have the bravery to call for a ceasefire, you will not get our vote. Ceasefire now!
Ceasefire now! Ceasefire now! Ceasefire now! Ceasefire now! Ceasefire now! Ceasefire now!
And the ceasefire has not just to be in Gaza and the West Bank. What we're seeing now in Iran and what we're seeing in Yemen is absolutely deplorable. They are trying to destabilise the whole of the Middle East, and this is for their own ends. We know how much money is out there. We know how much oil is out there. They are doing this so the West can carry on taking and taking from the Middle East as we have done for many, many years. And what we also need to do is look at what they are doing to our rights here, because they are trying to stop us even doing these protests. They are trying to take away our right to protest, our right to strike. This is what they are doing the world over. They are taking away human rights. They're taking away human rights in Palestine and they're taking away human rights in the UK. Let them know when we get to those ballot boxes, we will not stand for that. We will turn you out and you will never get back in. I'm not a poet, however, I do suffer with insomnia. And a few weeks ago, whilst I was going through a bout of this, I was thinking about my own children. My own children are 9 and 5, and I was looking at some social media, and I'm sure you've all seen it. It's absolutely heartbreaking, and I can see these children suffering with what is obviously PTSD. They are shaking and shivering, and whilst they're doing that, they're trying to console each other. These are babies consoling other babies, but they have no other family, and it's absolutely heartbreaking to see. And obviously, I thought about my own children within that, and then from that, I wrote this poem. I hope you don't like it, to be quite honest, because it comes from the heart. It's called A Child in the Rubble. A child in the rubble with dust in their hair. A child in the rubble, their screams fill the air. A child in the rubble with fear in their eyes. The bombs keep on coming, and so do the lies. This all started on the 7th of October, the same lie repeated over and over. This land, it was promised to them by their God, they claim. And in order to take it, they will murder and maim. They rain down the bombs on the sick and the young. They rain down the lies with a fork-like tongue. And Biden and Sunak, Starmer and Macron, and every Western leader that has allowed this to go on, we will not forget the part you have played. There is blood on your hands, and there it will stay. Your justice will come. It will come at The Hague. Don't preach to us about the Zionists' rights while they take away food and water and life. Whilst you fund them and arm them, you encourage death. We know you, we see you, we will never forget. Over 20,000 dead, not just a statistic. Over 20,000 dead, how can they be so sadistic? Forced out of their homes, forced from their land, persecuted and slaughtered by Netanyahu's hand. We must mourn their loss, we must say their names, we must honour them by ensuring this doesn't happen again, whilst the world watches on. The child in the rubble stares up at the skies. The child in the rubble. The children in the rubble. Every child in the rubble dies. The child in the rubble lies alone, eyes wide, yet unseeing. And this image is burned into my very being. We cannot accept this. Too many innocents have died. This isn't a war, it's a genocide. Thank you.